What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? Shirkle, Vanillix, Emmanuel1231, and Mariah Evans. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Yo, Lila Troyd, welcome to the stream. Did anyone enjoy E3? I was happy with the Nintendo panel, or with the Nintendo part of the conference. I don't know, the rest of it was okay. Doom Eternal being announced was pretty awesome, but like, I don't know, for the most part it was pretty chill, in my opinion. Looking fancy. Nah, it's just work shirt. Work shirt. Because it's comfy. It's comfy, so I'm gonna wear it. Super Mario Party looks great. They did some sections with it. That'll be cool. That'll be fun. That was like that was the most exciting thing for me out of the Nintendo panel, cuz like I keep saying panel, but like out of the Nintendo stuff, just because I don't know, for me like the conference was going to be great for them anyways, just even if all they did was talk about games that we knew were going to be releasing. Like even if it was just that, it would have been a-okay with me, but Super Mario Party looks fantastic. I'm excited to play it. 11th place in the Podium Championship. That's good, right? That's good. Mike F, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're able to snag a shiny Tyrogan in 119 encounters in Outside Fire. Nice, Mike. Awesome. They killed E3. They did good. They did good. Like, I only tuned into the Nintendo one and the Bethesda one. Like I said, Doom Eternal was my favorite thing out of Bethesda for the week. So, no, yeah, Nintendo definitely did good. Definitely did good, in my opinion. Fire Emblem, Super Mario Party, info on Smash, Reggie, everything about the Nintendo one was great. Yeah, saw the new Fire Emblem, saw the Xenoblade game that was being released as well. All that stuff's really cool. All that stuff's really cool. And the fact that some of those games were like, hey, look at this game that we're gonna have. Go download it right now. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty nice thing. They killed it in a good way, yes, in a good way. Shiny Low, the Sandshrew is next. Well, good luck, Mike. Good luck, my man. Starling as Foxnet, I heard about that. I didn't see anything about it, but I heard about that. Like, I guess I saw stuff, but I didn't, like, see it during E3. Yo, what's up, X-Rider? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? He admitted it during the direct. I mean, yeah, a lot of people do. I'm not one of them. I'll admit that. Hanging in there. How about you? How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hoping one of these decides to shine today. Even Suicune's getting pretty far over odds for my taste. You know, obviously Charmander is well up there with its whole over 10,000 thing. Yeah, no, it's going okay, man. It's going okay. We going home tomorrow. Vacation's got to end at some point. Dr. Glowstone, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm glad you're going home. I feel ya. I feel ya. Vacation and stuff can be fun, but like it's nice when you're able to go and like sleep in your own bed. You know, just be at your house, be able to relax and all that. Got pouring very quickly. it depends on what, like, you know, if you have things to do. Anywhere can get pretty boring pretty quickly. You know, I feel that. I feel that. You can be at, like, the beach or in the mountains or whatever, just depending on what you're doing. It's not, you know, it can get boring. I feel that. For me, it always ends up being just, like, by halfway through a vacation or something, I just want to be back home. You know, not even necessarily out of boredom, but it's just, like, I can enjoy myself in a place that's more familiar and way more relaxing. You know? Went to the tourist attraction, Gulf Shores. Interesting. Alright. Was it busy? I mean, that's just gonna be the thing with touristy places, no matter where you go. Especially in the summer. So I missed the stream yesterday. It's all good, Dr. Glowstone. It's all good. It happens. Things come up. I totally understand that. And also, there wasn't a stream yesterday. So that would definitely be why you may have missed it. Just ready to be home and chill. I can relate to that, man. I can relate to that. Like I said, going on vacation, you know, or anything like that. Anytime you're just away for a while, even if, like, there's a whole bunch of exciting stuff you want to be doing, it's good. The first night that you're just able to, like, sleep in your bed again is always fantastic. Everyone missed the stream yesterday. Exactly. Exactly. Hanging out with your stepbrother and his friend. That can be fun. That can be fun. Including Ian himself, which is strange. Yeah, it'd be pretty strange for me just to not be here. What would happen if I just, like, played the starting soon screen for 2 hours? Yo, Dark Eyes 71, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? But yeah, I mean, like, what would happen? What would happen if I just, like, played a title card for the whole video? You open up with "What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream," and then you just uprightly leave. Not even that. Then I would actually be there for the stream. Like, I legitimately just, like, play the title card, and that is it. Like, that's all that I do. That would be a little weird, I feel. Just a little weird. One second, I totally forgot to close Discord. So, sorry about that, but we are all good now. Back to it. I changed the stream time. How am I doing today? I'm doing well, T-Tune. I'm doing well. How about you? Welcome to stream. And yeah, I did have to change the stream time, unfortunately. Now they start at 7 or 7:30-ish. Depends on work, because, you know, like, I get off of work at 5, and normally it takes like 45 minutes to get home. You know, so then I have like a little over an hour to, you know, eat or get stuff ready for the stream or relax or do whatever. And then I start streaming. But then there are some days where traffic's bad, or, you know, I'll leave the office like 5 minutes later than usual, like wrapping something up, and traffic's already awful. And then it takes like an hour and a half almost to get home. It just depends on the day. So because of that, I have to give myself a little bit of leniency, because if I just move my streams to like 8 o'clock, that'd be too much. That'd be way too ridiculous, and I'm definitely not going to do that to you guys. But yeah, so I want them to be as early as I can make them, especially for like guys who watch from Europe and stuff, because that's just, it's crazy late for a lot of you guys in Europe and all that. So I want to keep them as early as I can, because everyone's gotten used to that 5 to 7, but I just can't, because I work 9 to 5 and legitimately can't until 7. So yeah, I'm trying. I wish I could keep the times a bit more consistent, but I don't want to like always start them at 7:30. Music is great, listen to it all the time. Just listen to but it's one song is the thing. If it was more songs, then maybe, but like it's one 3-minute loop for 2 hours. Holy crap. You're doing good. Can't watch the stream at those times, but hey, I hope you keep doing good. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I wish the stream times were a little bit better. They're close to what they were when I first started last summer, just because, again, work then. But, yeah, so I don't know, I gotta figure out, you know, hopefully this works. It's just for this month, and, like, it's just for, like, 2 months, pretty much, at this point. You know, got, like, half of June left, all of July, and about half of August. So, really, not too many streams if you really think about it. 8 o'clock stream, wouldn't mind. But then I'd have to stay up late. I don't know, I'm, like, in bed by 10:30. Like, I do not have a lot of time after the stream before I have to be in bed, because I have to wake up by, like, 6. So, yeah, an 8 o'clock stream would be a little bit ambitious for me in terms of, like, being able to stay up that long. Because I'm exhausted by it. Like, I'm just tired. Like, because I used to do, you know, 7 to 10, so, like, it used to be okay, but the commute to this job's longer, so I have to wake up a little bit earlier, and I also have, you know, things I do in the morning, and all that, so it's just, I don't know, it's a very, very tight schedule. I don't know. Haven't actually had, like, a restful weekend yet with it, because last weekend, I had plans for, like, the whole thing, like, Saturday morning to Sunday night, I was doing stuff, I was out of the house and all that, so, like, I haven't had, like, a proper, like, restful weekend. So yesterday, the normal Wednesday plans I have fell through, so it was actually, like, the first time I've been able to, like, take a breather for more than, like, an hour in the past few weeks, which was nice. Yo, the Muffler, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Finally made it to the stream again. Glad you're gonna be back. You can't last 3 hours anymore. I honestly couldn't last 3 hours then. Like, it was a bit too much. By about the 2-hour mark, the 2.5-hour mark, I was watching the clock. You know, like, I didn't want that to be the case, but, like, I already, like, had done 3-hour streams, so that's just what I kind of, like, set myself to do. And it ended up working out, but yeah, like, I mentioned several times, I think in, like, September, or August and September, that I was kind of like, you know, these are, like, they were taking a toll on me. You know, like, it was like, the 2-hour streams or a little bit over was better. So yeah, it was rough, like, my voice would start to give out, I'd be really tired, I'd get dehydrated, stuff like that. You know, so, like, the 2-hour streams I've definitely found to be way better. And, like, I'm doing a few more of them than I normally would, like, than I did before. Half the treehouse was just Smash, it got repetitive after a while. Yeah, I mean, that's what's gonna happen. Smash was their big thing at the Direct, so it's gonna be the big thing at there, and also the fact that it was like a tournament, you know? Like, they had planned that in the schedule. It was like, the first day was like a proper treehouse, but then after that was just Splatoon and Smash, right? Want to hear a funny story? The other day in your class, done an exam in computers, and guess what, 90 questions to do in 30 minutes, for each 4 to 5 questions wrong, or 4 or 5 questions wrong, you lose points. That's pretty intense right there with you two. Was the neighbor mostly a slow pass? Well, that's good. That's good. I hope you were one of them. But yeah, no, that's pretty rough. I remember the days of, like, standardized tests or tests like that, where it's just like, here's a whole bunch of questions, do them in an hour or something. It was bad. I'm sorry for you. No, like, it wasn't too bad when that was a whole thing, but, you know, it's not a thing anymore. I only stream 2 hours now. But, I don't know, it was also, like, it was over the summer then still, and my job was, or, like, it wasn't my job that was easier, it was the commute that was easier. Like, it was a shorter commute, and it was, like, less traffic. Like, as long as I hit the road at a certain time, you know, I pretty much was able to breeze home. Now, like, no matter what, you're gonna get stuck in at least a little bit of traffic. So that's a whole thing, but Yeah, now the streams are going, and I'm good with the 2-hour streams. We get like about the same amount of time in per week and all that, which is good. You were. That's good to hear, TC, and that's good to hear. Starting to see Octolings online. I mean, wasn't there like a whole ordeal where like people already have been seeing them online? You're playing Pearl and you got a Cynthia? Okay. It's the person from last Friday here whose birthday it is this week. They might show up eventually. They might show up. Completely wrecked you. I've heard Cynthia's pretty tough. I haven't actually battled her myself, but I've heard she's pretty tough. Thought of a strategy. What strategy was that? Got a shirt that has a guy in a car, and you can see in the overhead mirror of blue shells behind him. That's a pretty cool shirt. That's pretty cool. Clever little, like, subtle, in a way, reference. Awesome, Reshiram, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Lachlan, Olich, sorry if I mispronounced that. Welcome to the stream. What's going on? Also, what is happening right now? Please answer. It's what's going on. How much? We're just shiny hunting. Just shiny hunting, trying to find some shiny Pokemon, Suicune and Charmander. So we're resetting the game, hoping to find one soon. How are you doing today? You just joined. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. So I'm very good afternoon today. What's that? What was that? Charmander's still being hunted. Char isn't making things easy. He is not. Charmander is not making things easy at all. Hit 10,000, what, earlier this week? Like, Monday? Yeah, Charmander has been crazy. Charmander's been crazy. Suicune's even being crazy now. Like, you know, almost 300 encounters over odds. So hopefully Suicune shines soon for us. Hopefully we're still prepared for it, because, I don't know, it's been a while since I've checked that team. What's going on? Nothing's going on. What do you mean by nothing's going on? Some shiny hunting's going on is what's going on. But guys, I seriously hope today. Sound desperate. I do not follow on that. I do not follow. But guys, I'm hoping today can be the day. I sound desperate for the shinies. I don't know. Nah, I do want at least one of these to shine today. It's been what, like 2-3 weeks since we found any on stream. 9951 was Char's count when last Friday's stream ended. That is all you know. Yeah, then we definitely hit 10,000 on Monday then, because I didn't stream Saturday or Sunday, and I do about 100 every stream for Charmander, a little over that. So yeah, we were definitely under. It definitely happened on Monday then. Yo, Native, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Good luck today. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. How's the spray? Isn't it a very bright blue? Yeah, so if you look right over there below the actual 3DS screen, that little GIF right there, that little sprite, is the model and the shiny version of Suicune. It's got the blue mane. It is a little bit brighter everywhere. So yeah, it is definitely a lighter blue. So hopefully it shines in a few minutes. Hope you get a shiny Pokemon. Well, thank you. Thank you, Lachon. I appreciate that. And Umbreon Maid, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Dimensional Blue Shell flies all the way to Ian's house and strikes him. That would be unfortunate. That'd be very unfortunate. I would not be a happy camper. Certain shiny Pidgey dashed to the screen in Pokemon Quest while you were trying new recipes. In other words, you got a shiny Pidgey after 2 cooking dishes. Oh, nice, dude. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be a fan of a blue shell coming here and like wrecking my house or my car. I'd be very unhappy with that. Happy that Ridley was added in Smash Bros. Although people probably upset because no Waluigi. I know some people are like frustrated that Waluigi didn't get properly added in and just got added in as like a assist trophy. But yeah, I also know people who were very happy when Ridley came up as like a playable character. How could you, Vanilla? How could you? Paint your toenails today? Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. How'd that go? How could you? Yeah, exactly. That's what I asked. Where did the shiny charm head this time? I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it comes back soon. Because, yeah, Suicune's, like, a full stream over odds. Like, we started yesterday. It was yesterday that we started, or not yesterday, but Tuesday we started on, like, on shiny odds. Like, we ended Monday's stream. We ended Monday's stream by doing the odds encounter. You like that. But why? Why would you do such things? It's gonna be so inconvenient here in a little bit, I guess. Last you heard it was in South America. It's really making its way around, I guess. Yo, Cinder, what is up? Welcome to the stream. I'm here at work, but wanted to drop by and say hi. Well, I hope work's going well. I hope, you know, the rest of your shift goes well. I'm glad you're able to stop by. What's a blue shell? A blue shell is like the battle shell in Mario Kart. Basically, it hones in on first place and like blows them up. This 1 minute silence was strange. It happens from time to time. It happens. Yeah, like in the streams, especially like a stream today that's like way smaller than usual. You know, you end up with like a chat that's a little bit more quiet, and I don't know. I'll admit I can't hold the silence or like keep like a conversation rolling without like a lot of stuff to go back and forth off of. What's up, Melissa? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Throw the red shell the like button. I appreciate it. Just gotta destroy the like button, right? The 1 minute silence was all the shiny fails that missed the shiny. 1 minute moment of silence for all the shiny fails. I was honestly gonna sit there like, this would be weird, like, to get the shiny right now, you know? Like, what if I accidentally, like, or not accidentally, but just happen to get the shiny, like, in this, like, 1 minute silence where there's not really a lot till I just, like, add to the video. Hashtag Pride Month, am I right? I mean, sure. Hashtag Pride Month. I think that you failed to catch a shiny in the past. For me, it's such a weird, like, such a weird answer for that, because it's like, yes, I have, like, KO'd shinies and stuff in the past. Like, there are two that come to mind, but they weren't bad. Like, one was the uncatchable Zigzagoon during the Treecko hunt, and that one, like, that one ended up being a good thing because it meant we were closer to getting the shiny frame and all this stuff. But the other one's even, like, less bad. It was one of the Poochyenas in Emerald with RNG abuse on, like, the 1K subscriber special where it was just, like, throw it. It was just, like, we caught 9 that day, so, like, critting 1 wasn't that bad, you know? Like, that was the level to which it was kind of, like, they weren't, like, fails that I was devastated by any means. It makes you realize that you're watching a person who's pressing the same buttons 11,800 times in the video game. Yeah. No, it's weird to think. It's weird to think that I've done that myself. Like, I've sat here on camera doing that. It is a little weird to think about sometimes. Blue shell doesn't miss. It can. You can avoid a blue shell. You have to get very lucky and have the right items, but you can avoid a blue shell. Like, not even counting, like, the horn in Mario Kart 8. Like, I'm pretty sure every game that has been introduced in, it's technically possible to avoid it. You just have to, like, be able to boost within, like, a 1 frame difference. I mean, there's the horn, yeah, that'll get rid of all shells, but, like, I'm talking, like, the boost away at the last second and actually manage to avoid the explosion. I've never pulled it off. I've seen it done. I've seen it done before, but I've never personally pulled it off. Weirdest things that you enjoy it? It is honestly weird, even for me, like, watching other streamers and stuff. It's like, because you don't think that, like, it'd be entertaining, especially, like, if you're like on the outside looking into, like, shiny hunting and stuff. You're already like, how is, like, repeating the same thing over and over in a video game fun? But then you're also in that situation of, like, how is watching it fun, like, as well? And for me, it's not necessarily, like, fun to watch a shiny hunt, but to watch, like, someone else shiny hunt. But it's, like, it's enjoyable in, like, the sense of, like, it's something to have on and, like, possibly, like, chat with them and stuff, but also, like, maybe even just have on as background noise and lurk in the chat and stuff. Because that's what I tend to do. That's what I tend to end up doing, is just, like, lurking in chats. And like, shiny hunting myself while watching and stuff like that. Just let the second guy get the first play, and it's him who gets hit. Sometimes it's locked onto you already. Damage boosting, you've done it. Is it damage boosting? It's like, legitimately, if you have a mushroom and use it at the right moment, you can avoid the blue shell. Like, there's like 2 or 3 frames where it is no longer tracking you, and it hasn't like started to dive on you, that you can actually boost away and get out of like the range of the explosion in time. Like it is legitimately possible, but it's like a 2 or 3 frame window. Like, you do not have a lot of time. Yo, what's up, Tony? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, man? 10,200 reset hype. Ooh. It happened. Unfortunately, it wasn't shiny still. Maybe 10,202. Who knows? Who knows? 2 or 3 frames sounds a bit lucky or skill based. Honestly, in a 60 FPS game, that's pretty much just luck. Like, it's consistently like the same frames, obviously, but like, in order to time your input correctly for that, it is a lot of luck, I feel. More than anything. Damage boosting is so clutch. I've never damage boosted before. I don't know, I've never really gotten technical with Mario Kart. I just kind of hope that... I hope that, like, the items that people get don't hit me. That's, like, that's really all I can do in Mario Kart is just kind of pray. Managed to do it once, just picked up the item box and saw the blue shell and started spamming the B button on the Wii controller. And it worked somehow. Well, hey, there you go. There you go. Three mushrooms and the blue shell is about to hit you, and right as you're about to go down, you spam mushrooms. Yeah, like, that's how you have to get out of it, pretty much, is, like, you have to be boosting when it stops, like, tracking you, because, like, once it's done whatever its, like, motion is to track you, like, its final thing before it starts diving, once it's diving, it's not tracking anymore, it's just going into the ground. You know, like, with the right trajectory, where if you're, like, moving at normal speeds, it'll hit you, but, like, if you're, like... If you're boosting while it's dive bombing, you'll get out of the way, but like, one mushroom has just enough speed to get you out of that situation. But it, like, you can't fire it too early. Answer what? Good news, people can play Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, etc. I mean, yeah, that's been doable for a while, it's just been really rough. Like, I even tried it, and, like, even with, like, the GPU acceleration that they added a few months back at this point, I don't know, my PC just was not running. You're not Mario Kart Pro, even though you've played every game and have gotten good at them. I mean, I'm okay at Mario Kart. It's just like when it comes to some of the technical stuff, the way more technical stuff, I am not skilled in that realm at all. Technical stuff, like, no, yeah, like that's where I fall apart in my knowledge. It's like, oh, people who are able to like any of the kind of like tricky-esque moves that, you know, people pull off and stuff, or just like weird, like, you know, techniques and all that to like keep your speed up and all that. I just never, yeah, I never learned any of that. I'm never like that focused on the game to figure out, oh, you know, like the boost hopping and stuff from like actual 8 and not 8DX. Like, things like that I would never know about. Saw a video by a YouTuber where he skips you've never even seen, especially in the volcano map in Minus mode. I think I know the one you're talking about in like Rumble Volcano. Like, I've seen that one. It is crazy, and yeah, like, that's the thing is, that's one of those things in Mario Kart where it's like, there's so many little things you can do. Granted, a lot of them are like way less practical than a lot of like YouTube videos make them seem, because that's like attempt number 300 or something like that to get it right, so it's not practical at all to use in a proper race. But no, yeah, a lot of them are super cool still. You know how to do the weird thing, I don't know what it's called yet. Boost stopping. Like, I didn't know about that. Like, granted, I hadn't really played much Mario Kart 8 because I didn't have it. But like, I wouldn't have known about that. Like, there would have been no way I found that out on my own somehow. And I definitely wasn't on any kind of like forum or whatever to find that out. The only reason I found it out is because people were talking about like, oh, the differences between 8 and 8DX. Boost hopping's not a thing anymore, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. You have 130 hours in that game. That is a lot. I don't have that many on it at all. And I was like, I bought that game within hours of getting my Switch. Like, the Switch showed up at my door, and then like Breath of the Wild came in the box, and then like I literally got the Switch and immediately took it to my friend's house because we were like having a LAN party. And on the way there, I stopped by a store and bought a Mario Kart. Yeah, Switch counting your play hours is pretty nice. Like, it is a really convenient thing to have happen. Yo, sweet Sylveon C, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yeah, this one, thank you. I appreciate the support. I'm trying to get it. Hopefully one of them decides to shine today. You know, either one. Suicune's like unexpectedly over odds. Charmander's over 10k, so either of them would be really nice. I'm kind of back to hoping for Suicune. Like, we passed the point that I was hoping to really get Charmander by, so now it's just a matter of when it shows up, it shows up. But Suicune here, Suicune needs to be nice. It needs to play nice with us. Octo expansion looks nice. I don't think I'll end up getting it, but yeah, it did look pretty nice from everything that I've seen about it over the past little bit. Gotta go eat dinner. Alright, see you in a bit. Awesome, Reshiram. Yo, Mexican Shrek, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? How are you doing today? At first you really questioned Splatoon, you're like, oh no, I don't know if you're allowed to say this. I mean, I would not make that immediate connection personally, but okay. I never play ranked, only play with friends, never want to get fun. I have the same sentiment in a lot of games. Like, it takes a game where I can essentially play ranked as solo, like, play it as a 1v1 type of thing for me to actually play ranked. In any game. That's why Rocket League's like the one game I actually play ranked a good bit, is just because of that kind of thing. Flamed everywhere. Welcome to the internet, where it doesn't matter what you do, if you say anything, there's gonna be someone with an opposite opinion. It happens. You learn to deal with it. You learn. Ranked Splatoon 2. I actually did play that a bit, because there's not like in-game chat for people to really do anything. So I don't know. For me personally, whenever it comes to, if it comes to a game where you're not just gonna get like, you know, flamed or like whatever, you know, you can kind of just play it and not necessarily pay attention to anyone getting upset or whatever. Then honestly, I always recommend playing ranked over casual. You know, just because like, if you think about it, when you play ranked, after whatever the placement matches are, or if there are no placement matches, you just start at the bottom, you're gonna get to where you should be, and the matches will be way more even, and that makes it way more fun. Like, if you're stressing about the rank, then yeah, it can be pretty, like, heated and stuff, and that's, you know, what people who are, like, making the kind of, like, arguments and stuff and getting really heated over something like that, they're the ones paying attention to rank and stuff. But if you're just like in it to have fun, honestly, I still recommend ranked matches, because while occasionally a demotion or whatever makes it kind of frustrating, it A, gives you promotions so you see when you're getting better, and B, like, it puts you with people who are at your skill level or near your skill level. So it's like, it's not something where you're just laying waste to everyone, because, or like one match you can lay waste to everyone because it's so unbalanced in your favor, and then the other match you're the one getting laid waste to. Like, I don't know, I've always preferred ranked because of that, or I've at least come to the point of enjoying ranked because of that. I always was nervous at first because, like, it's changing a number, and obviously the way you play affects how that goes, but ultimately it affects it for, like, the better for you. Yo, Lana-chan, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you today? Yes, Splatoon does have a ranked system. It does. There are ranked matches in there. I think you have to get to a certain level to unlock them, and then from there, like, the higher rank you are, the more you can unlock. Let's start a debate. Squid or kid? What do you all think? I mean, squid? I don't know. Cephalopods and stuff tend to be able to transform, at least octopus. At least, like, octopi and stuff, like, I don't know, I feel like it's more likely that a squid can transform to look like a kid than a kid can transform to look like a squid. My personal thoughts. Controversial opinion. Guess what? What's up, Lana? What's up? Level 10 is when you unlock them into, that is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you play, like, until you're just level 10, which is just a certain amount of experience. A lot of games have that. Overwatch has it. I don't think Rocket League definitely doesn't, because I legitimately opened the game, added the DLC you get from buying it, like, physical copy, and immediately went into ranked. Like, that's the first thing I did. So Rocket League doesn't have it, but I know Overwatch you have to be, like, level 25 before you can compete competitive. And I guess, yeah, Splatoon 2 has level 10. You want a shiny giveaway from Stream Egg? Awesome! You got a shiny Bellum, so you gave him a shiny level 100 Oracle. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. I think Squid would win for you, too, but only because you prefer biology. Alright. But yeah, so I feel like I had a sound argument there for that. Overwatch is level 25. Yeah, Overwatch is 25. I guess Splatoon is 10. So yeah, that's pretty common in those games. You just don't unlock that until then. I'm like level 26 in Overwatch. I played 2 placement matches in Overwatch for like whatever season 5 or 6 was. It started this time last year. And yeah, that was about the amount that I was able to play before I just got way too frustrated. Like, I played 2 matches of competitive, and it wasn't even competitive. It was like placements. I was like, screw this. Splatoon is an Nintendo shooter IP. Yep. It's like it's what I would expect Nintendo to do with a like shooter, is somehow make it unique and also like completely family friendly. Nintendo supports the crap out of it. If you ask the competitive Splatoon community, they are very much against that opinion, I feel. I always see people talking on forums and stuff about like how Nintendo's never fixing like the actual issues with multiplayer in it and stuff, like low tick rate servers and all that. Like, it's just, I totally get that too. Like, if you're trying to actually play it competitively, especially the shooter, the game needs to run as quickly as possible. And the fact that even the wired controllers for the Switch have massive input lag. Like, wireless controllers are actually better in terms of input lag, and that's not a good thing. And then, like, low tick rate servers and stuff, as well as just being peer-to-peer. People have been frustrated with the network connectivity on Splatoon for a while, I feel. What kind of game is Splatoon? It's basically a third-person shooter where you're playing as Inklings, which means you can be like you can turn into a squid or run around as like, you know, more humanoid type of thing, and the squid can swim through the game. The whole point of the game is it's objective. Like, it's an objective-based game. It's not going to be like, you know, a team deathmatch or something you would find in Call of Duty. So, like, the whole idea, at least in the, like, in Turf War, I think, it's Turf War, right? The, like, main game mode. The main idea tends to be, like, either holding zones by covering them in your color ink, because all the guns shoot ink, or just covering the majority of the map in ink, in your colored ink. They can become human. I mean, just in general, octopus and stuff like that, like, are insane. Like, they are pretty crazy animals to look at and stuff. Pro controllers are so nice. Got one for your birthday. They are really nice. They are really nice. It's just, like I was saying, like, that's a competitive community type thing, and I totally get it as someone who plays more competitively on my PC and stuff, and notice that difference when I go to a console, but, like, the input lag can be crazy on stuff, so I totally see where they're coming from. But it's weird that normally wired controllers are better because you're not, like, having the controller hit the button, you know, give the signal to whatever, like, the wireless thing is, and that being transmitted and then being picked up and decoded and then turned into the actual input that's displayed on screen. Where, like, wired controllers tends to, if you press the button, it goes down the wire and it's picked up on the other side. Like, it's weird to think that. Like, it's essentially, I think the wired controller is basically like a battery-free Pro controller. Ah, man, Melissa, that's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Keep an eye on those voicemails. Yeah, because a lot of times, like, that's not necessarily... Generally, I feel like a human would be the thing that, like, calls about that. I don't know, because I always end up getting spam voicemails. Like, I don't know, maybe it's legit, I don't know the situation, but generally, most, like, robot voicemails I get are complete spam. Like, you know, saying that I owe money to the IRS or whatever, and they're gonna, like, come arrest me. It's like, that's completely fake. They send letters, not voicemails, stuff like that. Good luck with those shinies, because you're gonna need all the luck that you can get at this stage. Well, thank you, Lachlan. Thank you, yeah, because I really, really want to get them today. Hopefully, one decides to shine for us soon. The battery is long too. It is, yeah, no, the battery life on it is pretty fantastic. Like, actually, like, I am impressed at how long my Pro controller can go without needing to be charged. That Vanillix, that is actually something else generally. Because a lot of spam calls now, they fake numbers in your area code so that it looks like, oh, this is a familiar number. Or it's an attempt to make it look like a familiar number to someone who doesn't have contacts on their phone or has like a landline that doesn't have contacts. And what that ends up being is basically someone did get a call from your number, but it was a spam call that faked the number as your number. Like, that's a thing that actually happens. Like, I've seen people who are just like, who get that all the time. It's like, why'd you call me? It's like, I didn't call you. But it's just because that their number has somehow become one of those numbers they use in that whole system. And don't ever call back. I mean, yeah, you don't really need to at that point. Yo, Sudden Death Games, what is up? Welcome back to the streams, man. How have you been? How have you been doing? It's been a while. It's telemarketers. Yeah, it's all telemarketers. Like, the ones using your number are the telemarketers, and it's probably like a legitimate person on the other end who's like, hey, you called me. I don't know who you are. Like, that legitimately does happen. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a scam. I've had, like, I remember a long time ago, there were, like, those kind of, like, catfishing attempts with, like, oh, so-and-so, you know, we planned on hanging out, and I'm just like, I don't remember that. You know? Like, I don't know anyone by your name. I don't know what you're trying to do here. Let's get a little Pokemon. Yo, how's it going, man? How's it going? School stream, glad you like it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Everyone knows that people are going to hesitate about even calling you. It's a whole thing. We love Pokemon. I love Pokemon too. Pokemon is fantastic and so much fun. Send me all your shiny luck, cause you'll need it. Well, thank you. I can use all the luck I can get. We're past 1700 on Suicune now. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous up in here. Hopefully we get it sooner rather than later though. Cause like I'm conflicted on which one of these I want more at this point. If we get Suicune, we're one step closer to Gen 3 shiny legendary hunting, you know? But if we get Charmander, it puts an end to the longest hunt ever on the channel, and I can go back to Emerald. And Carlos V, thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Now you remember the phrase from Pokemon Mega Ruby here. Okay. I haven't seen a Mega Ruby here. I've only seen, why am I blanking on it? How am I blanking on the name? What? Rusty version. Rusty, that's what it was. How did I forget that name? I haven't seen a Mega Ruby, I've only seen a Pokemon Rusty version. I would not idolize me of all people, but I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the streams, man. I'm glad you like the streams. Someone called you and asked if you wanted to get fishing at camp. That's also a thing. Telemarketing and like phone scams are so awful. There's a reason I don't answer the phone unless you're in my contact book. Like, unless either you're a contact in my phone or I was 100% expecting a call from like a number I didn't know. Like, either while I'm waiting for like, you know, calls about jobs, you know, like at the beginning of the summer and stuff, or like in the situation I'm in right now with my car, like if I have to drop it off at a mechanic, which I'm gonna have to do Saturday, like unless I stay at the mechanic, if I go home or go and do something else, and like I'm expecting them to call me and tell me like what's wrong or if they fixed it or whatever, those are the only times I will answer a number that is not like a number I recognize, because it's that mentality of like, if you really need to contact me and I actually know you, the odds are you're gonna call and leave a voicemail if I don't answer. Like, and also the majority of the time I talk to people, it's not through phone calls, it's through like texting or just other group chats and stuff. Yo, Grenji, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Did I get Fortnite on the Switch? If not, what are you doing, brother? I haven't taken my Switch out of my bag since last Monday. Or no, I put it in my bag last Sunday, and I haven't touched it since then. I have been working, that's what I've been doing. Good luck with the shinies. Well, thank you, Lachon. Thank you. I understand you feel these two specific shinies. Yeah, no, yeah. Like, it's crazy. Laugh really hard after this answer you're going to do. Yeah, if they get you to say yes, then they take that and they put it into some other thing. Like they like splice it with some other, like, oh, do you want to sign up for some service or whatever, or do you like accept the terms of this or whatever? And it's awful. It's dumb. But the thing is, a lot of times, especially like if you're younger, if they did that, you can just shrug it and go, I'm not 18. It doesn't matter. Like, I can't legally, like, you cannot legally hold me to anything like that, which is nice. But I don't have that. And yeah, so like, if I do not know the number, like if I do not recognize the number or it's not like a contact in my phone, I don't answer it. Because that's the problem, is like, even if it looks like a quote-unquote familiar number, I can't just like answer it. Been working like this. I've been working, you know, it's 9 to 5, you know, normal like office job and stuff. And it's more of a, it's not that like, oh, the job's awful or whatever. The job's fantastic. It's the fact that my day has become wake up, like get ready for work, get dressed, shower, get dressed. Other order would be weird. But yeah, so like wake up, take a shower, get dressed, pack my lunch, and then commute, and then work, and then commute home, and then eat dinner, and like change clothes and relax for about, you know, do all that stuff and then relax for about like 10-15 minutes and stream. And then after that, it's like I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So like I don't have enough free time to justify downloading something like that even at this point, to be honest. Trying to make videos. Well, I'm glad I did that, man. I'm glad to hear that. It's always cool to hear. Well, it's even worse when a wrong number calls you while you're at school and it's on vibrate and it's so loud. Yeah, that was always weird. It's like literally no one who would call me right now. Like absolutely zero people. Especially like in high school or middle school and high school and stuff when I had my phone. It was like, well, all of my friends are right here also doing, you know, these practice problems. And my parents both are aware that I am in class and aren't gonna call me, you know? Somebody's asking to hear you or something like that and record your yes tos. We're signing something. Yeah, that's like a legitimate scam, and that's like, I feel like nothing that happens over the phone like that should be legit anyways, like, it pretty much, the thing is, the majority of scams like that, the majority of phone scams, unfortunately, are there to prey on people who just don't know better. And it's so, like, scummy to do that, because it's someone who, you know, for example, the ones I always get are the, you know, this is the IRS calling you, you know, to say that, like, like, we're gonna come after you and, like, arrest you for, like, a federal offense of tax fraud or whatever. And it's totally fake. It's totally fake because, like, if that's the situation, there are official, like, ways that they do it, like, by sending you mail or whatever. Like, you have, like, they will send you mail. They will not call you and leave a voicemail over something like that, if that were to be the actual case. But the thing is, people just don't know better sometimes. And those are the people who are just going to lose everything because they trusted someone who just decided to completely abuse that trust and stuff. And, like, phone telemarketing and phone scams and all that stuff are awful. And it brings me so much satisfaction when I see those videos of the people who, like, find either, you know, fake help sites online and go through and, like, mess with them for hours. Like, finding videos like that are always really cool. Like, the people who, like, purposely misspell Facebook and find whatever, like, you know, your computer has a virus site that pops up. And so they'll, like, record their screen and just, like, mess with them for a while. Stuff like that. Like, those can be pretty fun. Just to watch, because, like, you know that, like, all they're doing is preying on people who don't know better and just, like, abusing all that. And I also used the wrong capture button there. Ryan McGurrick, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And Snow Blossom, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Just quickly fumble out your phone and press ignore. Yeah, fortunately, like, for me, like, pressing down volume or lock mutes it, as well as, like, at work and stuff. My phone's just on my desk and I go, no. Good job on your last shiny. Well, thank you, Sudden Death. I appreciate that. Last time you worked, I didn't. Didn't like very much, because it was rough with potty in the day and night. It was like an endless cycle. Still is worth to pay yourself the studies and your parents. Yeah, I mean, like, no matter what, at the end of the day, it's nice to get paid. It's just icing on the cake, pretty much, that I really, really do enjoy my job. Like, it's fun. I look forward to it every day, honestly. Like, the people there are fun to hang out with. It's just a nice office to be in and everything. And like I said, yeah, the pay helps. The pay is also, you know, a big part of that, obviously. But like, for example, like today, you know, we have like monitors and stuff up around the office that like show information, because like I've mentioned this before, we do like tests and stuff on software. So like a lot of that is like, we have like, you know, these tests passed and these tests failed up. Today, like, one of the screens had the World Cup on. Like, that's the kind of, like, the office is pretty, you know, laid back about, like, at least, you know, being able to enjoy yourself while you're there, you know? Trust me, you know this well. Like, yeah, on the whole phone thing, it's just, it's so frustrating because it's the majority of the time, like, the people here in this stream who are like, oh, this is annoying that it happens, aren't the people they're going after. They're just hoping that, like, I'm not the one that picks up the line. They're hoping, you know, it's my grandmother or someone who's just, oh, the person calling on the phone, I probably trust them. Or, you know, someone who just doesn't fully understand it and, like, is suddenly scared by that because they don't know that it's fake or whatever. Like, it's so, like, aggravating that, like, people do that. Please avoid self-promotion in the chat, guys. Only 6 to 7 are worth having friends. I understand that. I understand that, you know, either just from, like, personal interest and stuff, as well as, yeah, other things. Sometimes, like, some people just aren't as good of people as others. It's unfortunate. But that's life. That's life, but yeah, as long as you're, you know, smart enough to be able to, like, pick your friends wisely and stuff, you'll be good. Well, thank you, Sudna. Just a question, your description says that you start your speaking hunt today, is that I think that's wrong, but doesn't matter. Yeah. I'll change that real quick. There we go. It is fixed. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, because, like, I think I change it when I start the hunt, and then some days I just forget, especially with Suicune. Because Suicune was a whole interesting situation, because I was sick at conventions. Like, the week that we found Raikou and started Suicune was, like, a very hectic week for me. So, yeah. Like, I did the Suicune hunt, and I did a second one, and just, like, completely forgot to change that. Yo, Ash, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Careful with picking and choosing your friends. Yeah, no, that's always good. That's always good. You only have the 4 or 5. Hey, that's fine. That's fine, man. You got a tight little friend group. That's always good. This is fine for real. Yeah, no, dude. Like 4 or 5 friends. That's good. You know, you got a little group there. That's always good. Yeah, but I mean, you've learned the lesson, and now like you can always just use that going forward. Better person at the end of the day from that kind of situation. So it's rough when it happens, but you know. Yo, Lachess Shaw, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? It has been a while. How have you been? How have you been? I'm so happy that you can watch the stream. You know, school tomorrow, just the best. Awesome. Glad you can watch it too. I did watch it too. Probably more you don't count. Nah, I mean... Nah, that's... I don't know, I wouldn't, like, count my... Because that's a hard line to distinguish sometimes. Like... you can have like your really close group of friends and stuff that like you always hang out with, but like, and like that can be like the close group that you have over. But like, there's a point where I feel like if I was like to be like, I have X number of friends, what's the cutoff? Like, at what point is it no longer like what's the deciding factor there? Because there's like such a spectrum of relationships you can have with people and stuff. But there's obviously like there are people that are obviously acquaintances and there are people that are obviously friends, but like figuring out that line can be rough, especially depending on like how much you interact and how many like people you know and stuff for sure. Yo, Jeffrey McMullins, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I got into advanced math from getting a perfect score. You got a well, that's cool, man. That's awesome. Hey, there you go. Maybe you're just like the funny guy. That can always be good. You're not the funny guy. I mean, maybe to the other people you are. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, 4 out of the 5 stars on your trading card in Platinum. Nice, dude. Nice. I still need to beat Platinum, but I feel like I'm going to end up resetting it here pretty soon. Actually, that completely depends on what the end of Ranger looks like for me. Because I'm, like, right at the end of Pokemon Ranger now. I've been playing it pretty much every little chance I get for the past week. Like, I got it Sunday. I didn't really get to touch it Sunday too much. Like, a little bit. Only a little bit on Sunday, but like Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday, as well as today, I played a whole bunch of it, and like I'm on the final mission. Like I'm at the final part of the game, and I need to beat it. Obviously, like I'm right there, but I don't know. I feel like the last battles are gonna be tough. Like it's just gonna take a moment of like aha, and then I'll have it. But I don't know. I probably need to go stock up on like team members and stuff for it. But once I beat that, I can finally see if the save was already beaten all the way through or not. Yo, Dusk, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Still hunting for Charmander. We are still hunting for Charmander. It passed 10k. It's getting kind of crazy, but hopefully it shines for us soon here. Alfredo Padilla, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Well, that's good. That's good. You're back. Shiny Charm, please come back from vacation. Welcome back, X-Rider. Seriously, though, I can go with the Shiny Charm. Especially with Suicune now being over odds. Because, like, it would be kind of awkward and kind of unfortunate if somehow Suicune decided, I'm going to go over 2k. Like, with the Charm, I'm going to pass 2k. Like, that'd just be rough. Also, totally pressing the wrong buttons there. Alright, there's girlfriend. Well, that's good. That's good, man. Wait, what? You have a plan to get that 5th star? What's that? Yes, that has been answered. That question has been answered as of recently, I feel. For Straymeg, he's at 4,280 on Azelf. I hope he gets it soon. He has the shiny charm, right? Right? Like, I'm not mistaken there. Am I? Weavile plus Focus Sash plus Swords Dance. But I will reach out here just to finish off my thing. If people have strategies, for Ranger in that last battle, like the final, at least what I think is the final battle of the game, let me know. Let me know. I don't think there's any reason to like avoid spoilers with that, but I'm just going to if it matters to people. So yeah, it's Mel. It's Mel. She's the one who answered it on stream a while back. Like last time she was on here, I think like we got asked. Yeah. Yo, Michael, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Still trying to get Charmander. Yeah. We are still going for Charmander at 10K. Started it back in September. Had to take a break for a few months because of capture card issues, but we're back on it. We've been back on it for over 2 months now. So hopefully it decides to shine for us soon here. You didn't know? Well, now you do. Now you do. I did, X-Rider. I did. I was watching it. I'm not generally a big, soccer, football fan. I'm not really a big sports person in general, but a lot of people in my office are, so we actually were playing it on a few screens today. I didn't personally see that, but Queen, who works with me, noticed it. And, yeah, I didn't notice that. But, yeah, that was hearing about that was interesting. I don't know how that went over afterwards. When you get it, the hype will be real. It'll be so real when we get it. It'll be awesome. It'll be super awesome. We're actually able to get it. Yo, Imperial Cav, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you today, man? Shiny next encounter. We'll see, Cav. That'd be pretty crazy. The hype will be lit. It'll be so lit when we get it. Either of them. Both of them are over odds at this point. So really, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time until we get them at this point. Maybe this will be an encounter for Suicune. Who knows? Who knows? To be honest, it's amazing I can hunt for so long. You can't even do 10 encounters without getting bored and giving up. I mean, honestly, I was like that, Michael, for the longest time. Where I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna shiny on Ha, and I'd do like 20 encounters and be like, oh, this is boring, and just stop. But then I found a shiny through like hunting because I was really adamant about getting a shiny Rowlet. So the whole story ended up being, long story short, I ended up hunting for a shiny Ditto. I found it. I was super hype about that, and like I was just suddenly hooked. And so from there, like I was able to do a bunch of hunts through like SOS and stuff that didn't take too long, like a day a piece maybe of on and off hunting. And then from there, like I was able to bump that up and like do some longer hunts, and it helps that I'm streaming them. It definitely helps I'm streaming them. But yeah, so like being able to stream them and everything is really nice because like then I'm talking to you guys as well as it breaks it up. Like I'm only doing like 2 hours at a time, and it's more entertaining because I'm talking to you and everything. Please avoid asking for subs and stuff, guys, because A, it's against rules on the stream, as well as YouTube flags that kind of stuff because it, like, self-promotion is generally frowned upon across the site in stream chats. Yeah, TBH means to be honest. Funny, I'm very far from 2K subs. No, we're really close to 2K. We're really close. You know, I would hope, it would be really cool. It'd be awesome if, you know, something could happen and in like the next week and a half, the stream could, like, the height or like whatever, the stream could like gain popularity again and we could hit 2K by the time like the first stream becomes a year old. But I don't know. I don't see that happening necessarily. Maybe, but I don't know. It would take like something random happening. But I don't know. Either way, it's been awesome. It would be awesome if that could happen. Got a shout out from gets a shout out from PewDiePie. I don't know if that'd be a good or bad thing. I'm gonna be honest. There's like a level where you just where like you get mentioned at that level. It's like just a meme, and you just like get trolled for it, which is fine. I don't mind the trolls. To me, it's more the like the level of moderation that would have to happen for like a month after that. Last request for this, please don't ask for subs. YouTube is flagging it really, really hard. That got Jacksepticeye popular. I mean, yeah, definitely like a boost the numbers when the visibility goes way up. It completely depends on like, it completely depends on the type of channel though. If it goes over well, I feel. Oh, during PewDiePie's shoutout contest? Really? How? Where was he before, like, a shoutout or something? Dang, that's a pretty intense jump there then. That's a pretty intense jump at that point. Then he blew up. Well, yeah, when like literally the most subscribed channel on the site mentions you, even if they aren't like the most viewed anymore, that's still massive numbers. And the thing is, with that, as long as there's not some other random, weird, like outstanding kind of circumstance, having just like an inflection like that and it going up like crazy like that ends up being an interesting thing where like YouTube sees that you're popular and like gaining a lot of traction right now. So like they're like, hey, people like this, and they spread it. And then it goes, hey, more people like this because suddenly more people see it. And it just keeps going. Like then it just becomes like, you know, a snowball effect from there. It's always interesting, like you'll see those points where like suddenly, yeah, traction's gained for whatever reason, the algorithm favors a channel for like a month, and that's enough. You know, it just decides to promote one video that's liked by a lot of people or something, and, you know, that video is the one that continuously gets recommended everywhere, and then it, like, you know, the channel gets recommended, people watch more videos, more get recommended, and the whole thing just kind of spreads like that. I love the Cobalt Blue of Suicune's mane. It looks so nice. Suicune Shiny's great, and I'm excited to hopefully get it for myself here soon. It's near 2 a.m. You near to get the 2 hours. We got about half an hour left, T-Tune. I started a little under an hour and a half ago, so we got about 40 minutes left. So I guess if it's almost 2 a.m., it'll be 2:30 when it ends. I totally get that that's late, so if you need to go, man, I completely understand. Would love to have you around the rest of the time, but like I said, completely understand if you can't. Your second Poipole hunt was even shorter than your previous Poipole hunt. I am jealous, Ash. I am jealous. I hope my second Poipole hunt goes super quickly. Too bad still no shiny. Yeah, no shiny yet. Yo, ZBoy27, welcome. How are you doing today? I'm gonna go now. Good luck. Alright, see you later, Michael. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I hope to see you again soon. Take your luck when I hunt for a second Poipole. I will gladly take it, Ash. I will gladly take it. I don't know. Maybe it'll all even out and like the next one will happen in like 1,000 encounters. Who knows? Anything's possible. Anything could happen. Second Poipole is very far off though. We're talking like Poipole happened before all the legendary hunts, and second Poipole's gonna happen like after all the legendary hunts. So we're not even halfway through that at this point. Calling on your restaurant. Whoops. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Anything is poisonable. Oh my gosh. That is fantastic. I approve, X-Rider. I approve. Why is Suicune so blue? I mean, water? I would, if I was to wager a guess, or wager a bet, water. I would bet on water being the reason it's blue. I don't really think the next Pokemon game is still from this gen or the new gen. Are you talking about Let's Go Pichu, Let's Go Eevee? Technically neither gen. They're not like, they're not mainline games. Like, if you were to, if I was to try to classify them into a generation, I would want to, in a sense, say, I typed for the name. But if I were to classify it into a generation, I would want to say it's like its own generation of game. Because, like, it would almost be in, like, the Go generation. Because there's no... Because you run into issues with it where, like, it doesn't communicate with other games, aside from Go. Like, you know, it doesn't have access to Pokemon Bank and stuff. So it doesn't fit into the core or mainline, however you want to classify it there. Because of that, like, it kind of fits mainline, it kind of fits core, depending on your definitions, just because, hey, it's like, based off of a region that appears in all the games. Or it's appeared in, like, the main games, like the first games. It's the original region. Like, so there's arguments to it not being, like, a spin-off, but, like, Generation 8 will happen next year, unless, for whatever reason, it's based off the engine of Go, or of Let's Go. I wouldn't call Let's Go Gen 8, and it's definitely not Gen 7, because it's a whole new engine for the Switch, so... Let's Go, it's definitely not Gen 7. By most definitions, it probably won't be Gen 8. There is... Or it won't be Gen 8 by most definitions, and there's technically one way it could be, but we'll have to wait for actual Gen 8 to happen before we can, like, say that. I'm imagining it's essentially its own generation there. Did I get the joke? I'm not sure I get the joke. First encounter Shiny Ho will happen after Suicune. That'd be fantastic. Tell me. You're sorry. It's all good, man. It's all good. Just be careful in the future. I don't know, but the Let's Go game you didn't enjoy very much, maybe because it's a Pokemon Go catch system. Found it a bit boring. Oh, so Blue likes that. Okay. I mean, my take on it so far, we haven't seen what post-game stuff lies with it, but yeah, it's very much a game that you can tell is meant to bring Go players to the Switch, like to console Pokemon games. So, you know, it's designed more like a main game than a lot of non-main games are. But it's not... But it's not so mainline game as to intimidate someone or to, like, have somebody like, oh, it's a Pokemon game I don't like. They're making it familiar to people who either fell out of Pokemon so hard that they only play Go, or have never touched another Pokemon game and only play Pokemon Go. It's like, I know plenty of people who have never played an actual Pokemon game, but because of Pokemon Go, they have, like, Pokemon plushies everywhere, and they're always at community days, and they have, like, so many raids they've done, and all this stuff. They have never touched the mainline game, never seen anything else Pokemon related. And this is Game Freak's shot, and Nintendo's shot, to get those people to buy a Switch, because now they can play with their Pokemon on the TV and stuff. Where, like, an actual mainline game is kind of alien to Pokemon Go, because it's different mechanics, it's different stats, so you can't have them trade in. So, in that sense, yeah, I don't really think, in that sense, like, it's not meant for, like, us, necessarily, or, like, someone like me who doesn't play a lot of... There's something in my throat. Sorry about that. Like, something was just, like, tickling the back of my throat. But, like, it doesn't have the same appeal to someone like me, or, you know, like, you found it boring, just because, like, it's not the Pokemon you know. So, it's not gonna, like... It's meant for people who are more familiar with Go. I personally I'm gonna buy it, obviously, because YouTube and stuff. And I'm gonna, like, probably play through it on stream or whatever, hang out with people, whatnot. But, I'm also probably gonna come back to USUM, or back to Sun and Moon, or back to whatever after I play through it. I don't see there being much of a post-game to keep me... to keep me engaged with it long term. But it'll be worth it to play through Kanto in 3D. I'm definitely going to enjoy that much of it. Yo, Nathan Black, what is up? Welcome to the stream, playing Heart Gold. Don't need to get flagged so you unsub. No, I mean, you don't have to unsub or anything, dude. But, like, I'm not going to get flagged from anything you do. What's happening is YouTube hides your comments. Like, that's what happens there, is, like, YouTube setup. It's not something that hurts me. It's, like, to try to help me, essentially. But, I mean, if that's what you feel you need to do, man, that's all good, dude. Think it'd be a fan service? Like, in a sense, it would be. It's essentially calming the we need another Kanto game people a little bit. As well as... You know, trying to... It's essentially fan service to Pokemon Go players. To people who really wanted a Kanto remake and people who really play Pokemon Go. Masuda said he wanted to bring the Go players and main series players together. I mean, this is the closest you're going to get, because, yeah, Go players... There's plenty of Go players who never touched actual Pokemon, don't have an interest in touching actual Pokemon. All that kind of stuff. But, there are, you know, they're also, like, me, I'm probably not going to play Pokemon Go again. I've said that. It's not a game that interests me anymore. I tried to give it shots, but it never was able to drag me back into it enough. All that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's not really a game that, like, I would get into, but I'll play Let's Go. I'll play Let's Go. It's enough of, like... It's a game I can play on my couch, and there's not a lot of the issues Niantic brought to the game in there. So yeah, I'll play Let's Go, and it totally will do that, I feel, where, like, Go players will play it, and mainline game players will play it. But it'll be an interesting thing to see how many mainline players get Go because of it, and how many Go players get Gen 8 because of it. I mean, like, if you want to unsub, man, that's totally fine, that's you. But, like, you don't have to. Like, you staying sub doesn't hurt me. It's not, like, risking anything for me. You gotta flag. You didn't get me flagged. No, it's you. It's you. Like, to explain it, when, like, not trying to call you out, but, like, when you type, like, sub to me in chat, YouTube immediately hides the comment and asks me, hey, is that okay for your channel? Like... Because otherwise, it's not going to be a stream like mine, like 15 people and 2 messages per minute or whatever, that's going to get spammed by that. But if you were to look at someone like Pokemon or Jubilee, or even like Wes or Applecode when he was streaming on YouTube and stuff, like if you have like 80 people in a chat or something, and sub to me isn't like automatically removed, that's a lot of work for mods. So YouTube does that on its own, like automatically. It doesn't like strike against you or against me. It's just YouTube automatically acts as a mod in that situation and like asks me so that if I miss it or like is overwhelmed, you guys don't see it. Like, you know, if someone's like spamming chat, it doesn't ruin like the viewers experience. So that's what I mean by that. So yeah, it's not gonna flag me, it's not gonna flag you for anything outside of I have to hit a button on the message. That's all that happens. Still going. I am still going though. I am. We got about 25 minutes left. And I also move like sub for sub. Yeah, stuff like that. Like me and the mods, like basically all it does is it make the message look different for moderators and me. Silverado, Luxray, LTZ, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. For me, Pokemon Go, more like Pokemon No. See, like, when Pokemon Go first dropped, like that first month or two, that, as the reason I left, as the tracker is still, like, the tracker was still there. Before the tracker got busted, they didn't tell us, and then removed it like 2 weeks later, and then we're like, oh yeah, it's been busted for 2 weeks, that's why nothing's working. Like, once they brought that, or once they got rid of that, that's when I was like, eh. But I was so into Pokemon Go for the first, like, 2 months. I was at the same job I'm at now, when it came out, and because we do testing and stuff with things, we got like metal boxes we store devices in. I'll be honest, I kind of cheated it then. The GPS on my phone back then was not the greatest, and if it was in anything that was kind of like would block the signal, like if it wasn't in like an open room or outside, the GPS was awful. So we had these steel boxes we would store stuff in, and it had like phone chargers because it was like tablets and phones. I would plug my phone into one of those chargers and stick it in the rack with Pokemon Go playing. And because the cage was steel, it messed with the GPS enough that I wandered around, like, the building enough that it would count for steps and eventually count for kilometers. So I actually would just sit doing work next to, like, those cages with my phone in it, and I'd just walk, like, 5 kilometers in a day or whatever. Like, that's how I was playing Go, and, like, there were Pokestops around and all that, so, like, I was into Go, and I played it, and, like, would go out after work with friends and play it at, like, a park, or at, like, restaurants and stuff. Like, it was a fun time, but then, like, I don't know, the game never got past the game was out long enough that I couldn't really give it the, oh, they're still ironing things out from the launch anymore, and they still hadn't fixed stuff. So that was when I dropped it. Juliet Pare, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hello from Georgia Southern. Well, welcome to the stream, Nathan. Hashtag sub-hype indeed, Ash, indeed. Last time you played was in September. You had to remove, because of memory, although the last one you had was an Entei, only legendary you had. I dropped it before Johto Pokemon were even added. Like, it was, for me, it was first 2 months. Like, there's so many more things they've added since then, but I just never was able to stick with it. I just couldn't stick with it, unfortunately. I wanted to give it a shot. The date that I was going to give it a shot is when they added the Hoenn Pokédex to it. When they added the Hoenn Pokemon to the game, I was going to get back in. And then I realized they had added Hoenn Pokemon like a month. Like, there was a point where it's like, oh, they added Hoenn Pokemon a month ago, but like 3 of them. And they've added a few since. So it's like, that moment that I wanted to join in again never happened, like legitimately happened. It was so spread out. And it's been so spread out that I was just like, oh, so they're not like just dropping a whole region of Pokemon in the game like I thought. Like, that was what I was hoping for. And that didn't happen, so I just haven't really played it again. I'm going to play Let's Go, though. Like, Let's Go I will play. But it's not going to bring me back into Go. Like, I can almost guarantee it won't bring me back into Go. All Hoenn Pokemon are in it now? I don't know. Like I said, it's just, it never really caught me enough to be like, yeah, I'm going to hop back in. Like, I was expecting Like, honestly, my hopes with it had been that they'd be like, hey guys, we're gonna drop in all of the Gen 3 Pokemon, excluding, you know, legendaries or whatever. Like, we're gonna add all the Pokemon back in. Have fun. Like, you know, here's a whole new extra Pokemon to go and find. Like, a whole bunch of extra Pokemon to go and find. And if it was Hoenn Pokemon, I'm at college with a whole bunch of other people who grew up with the same Pokemon game I did. So, like, there's a bunch of people who'd be like, heck yeah, I can get, like, the Pokemon I remember in my first games. And it would have, like, immediately blown back up, I feel. But because they kind of fizzled them in, it just never did. You know? So that was where it kind of lost it for me. Even when Gen 3 came out, even when Eon Pokemon Wailord and Garden Wars, again, Sceptile Swellow, we're finally here, still didn't bring it back to Pokemon Go. Yeah, like, it's just, it didn't grab me enough. Like, I wanted to give it the chance, but then it never really did it, and it still seems like certain things aren't handled very well, and, like, they haven't fully fixed it to the point that I'm like, yeah, let me go drain my battery playing this game again. So, I've kind of fallen out of it. I remember catching a Wild Dragonite, it was awesome. I remember almost catching a Snorlax, but then it running away from me, and I was very unhappy with that. But that happened. I remember a couple times in Pokemon Go that the passenger message showed, and you're hardly moving. Yeah, like, that was another thing. Like, I remember one time, when we were still playing it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna, like, ride my bike. I'm gonna go ride my bike, put my phone in the little slot on, like, my handlebars, and, like, it's like a 15-mile bike ride. That'll hatch a whole bunch of eggs. That'd be fantastic. But apparently, like, bike speed is faster than their, nope, you're in a car, so we're not gonna let you speed, which is just... Like, that's too, like, at that point, sure, you know, 50 miles an hour, you know, like 65 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour, yeah, disable it. No one's, like, going to be able to, like, even hit a Pokestop that fast. Literally, the only thing you're doing is hatching eggs while riding or driving. Like, at that point, yeah, it makes sense to just kind of be like, no, we're not going to let you. But, like, when you're going 10 miles an hour, you can be on a bike doing that. Like, it's super, that's not hard. So why limit you like that? Remember a bunch of your Japanese friends being jealous that Go dropped in the US before Japan? Felt nice to be on the other side for once, especially with Pokemon stuff. And, like, the thing there is, North America wasn't the first ones to get it. We weren't even supposed to get it when we did. But the thing is, North America was the largest draw of users when they released it in Australia. Like, they had to put the North American servers up to handle the North American load, because otherwise they're literally gonna, like, light the Australian servers on fire with the number of VPNs and, like, fake app downloads. If you had money, you would donate, be donating money. That's all good, man. That's all good. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you watch the streams and enjoy them. Remember, Dragonites in your country only spawned in a place that was very near a small castle. Don't know what, maybe it caused dragons. Mythology. Maybe. One thing I know is, like, by my house, nothing spawns. Like, you have to go somewhere for things to spawn. And that was part of the thing, is, like, you can't just... It's rare to be able to have been able to walk up and down, like, the neighborhood here or something, or just up and down the road, or wherever. Like, there's nowhere in walking distance that you really got anything good. You had to, like, drive somewhere. So, like, you had to make an event out of going to play Go. You know? Which I totally get. The point of Pokemon Go is to get people out and about and stuff. But there's a point where, like, it's an inconvenience to, as opposed to, like, you know, like, if it's one thing where it's just get up and go and play, and, like, Pokemon will be spawning left and right, you know, or at least, like, fairly often. That's one thing. That's one thing. And that's a completely, like, heck yeah, let's go do this. But when you're in a less populated area, suddenly there's less Pokemon, and then it's just not as fun, you know. So that was part of it for me as well. Passive message mode when you're not moving at all. Yeah, like, if your GPS jumps around enough to, like, pass that speed limit, it's like, oh, you're moving. It's like, I'm not, though. Pokemon Go dropped to the US before Japan. Yeah, because what happened is they released it in Australia, because that's probably one of the less populated areas as far as like people they expect to play Pokemon Go. Like it's not the middle of nowhere where like no one's gonna be playing, but it's like, okay, we'll drop it in Australia as a beta test. Like they dropped it in Australia in an attempt to be like, hey, test this, make sure it works well, and we'll like, you know, once that's good, we'll release it in North America and Asia, Japan, you know, Europe, all that. But what happened is they released it in Australia and someone found it and went, hey, Pokemon Go is out, but like you have to have an Australian iTunes account or an Australian Google Play account. The solution to that is the internet. Like there are things on the internet, VPNs and stuff, where you can fake being in another place, like fake having like an Australian internet connection. So people did that and downloaded the game, and then millions and millions of people that they didn't expect to have it in North America had it. So they had to like release it in North America immediately. Yo, we're getting raided! Yo, StreamEgg raid, welcome Raiders, welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? StreamEgg, thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Raiders, for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like the stream and decide to stick around for some more. What is up, everyone? Being raided again? We are again. StreamEgg being awesome. How's it going, man? How's it going? We need to drop a lure so that Shiny Charmander shows up. Maybe I do, Arthrider. Maybe I do. Maybe that's the case. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How about you, StreamEgg? How about you, man? It's third raid run. I mean, he's paying back. He's paying back all the times I've raided him now. I greatly appreciate it, man. I greatly appreciate it. You are too kind, my friend. What's up, Fluffy Cat Gaming? Welcome to the stream. Hazel Lori, welcome as well. How'd it go? Good luck with your Charmander this weekend. Well, thank you, Hazel. I appreciate it. You're okay. You're okay. You're well, but your charm's still broken. It seems like mine is too. Not as bad as yours. You know, your Azelf is way up there, dude. But like, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Suicune's over odds. It's about to be like the highest encounter number for like a hunt that we did completely with the shiny charm for the legends. Charmander's obviously at 10k. It didn't have the charm, so that's a different thing. But like, Suicune has the charm, and it's almost 200 over. How many times has he rated now? I think 3 is right. I think 3 is right. I'm gonna get a video tomorrow. We're testing out photo effect on Christmas gift as before. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Show the screen. What screen? Who's shocked to be a female shiny Bulbasaur? The rarest thing that could happen on this stream, yeah. 1 out of like 120 encounters is a Bulbasaur. 1 out of 8 of those is female. And 1 out of 8,192 of those is shiny. That would be insane luck. Why is beat your competition stuck in your head now? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the way to get it out of your head would for me to have a 2-hour stream of just that. You can't turn them back. Unfortunately. Insane luck. Like, that would be crazy if that happened. I don't know even like what the reaction would be. It's like, hey, we hunted Charmander for like, for what? 9 months. 10,000 encounters. I don't even know, countless streams, 2 streaming platforms, and like Bulbasaur, shiny Bulbasaur. Like we would have to go after a Charmander through either Island Scan or Masuda Method at that point. Like, there's no way I could get away with not hunting like a proper Charmander then. Really, have blue eyes as a child and I am proud. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like that and like hair can get darker as well. Yeah, I remember when I was little, my hair was like, it was still brown, but it was lighter, and in the summer it would essentially bleach. You're finally on vacation. Just finished high school. Awesome, Julian! Congratulations on finishing high school, man. How's that happen? It's just something like when you're a baby, like things haven't fully developed, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly like the science behind it, but basically like as you grow, things can kind of change a little bit. Like the same way like, you know, dogs can have like different colored fur when they're a puppy versus an adult, stuff like that. Your eyes are chocolatey brown. It was bright red when you... Really? Something normal is because the brown eyes is dominating the blue assessment. Don't know how it's written in English. I mean, it's something like that. Basically, like, the more, like, pigment there is in your eyes, the browner they are. Something like that. You know, obviously way oversimplifying. And so, like, when you're little, it doesn't necessarily have as much pigment. But as you get older, the pigment comes in. So then, like, they go from blue to being brown. You have to go, alright, see you later, Stream Egg. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Thank you for that raid again, dude. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, see you later, man. Hope you have a good night. Looking forward for the Sinnoh update in Pokemon Go. I wonder when it'll happen. Have they, like, said anything? I feel like it's been mentioned that they've said something about that. I feel like that's been mentioned. Man, my nose is itchy, but we got like 10 minutes left. We can make it. We can make it. People say that your hair is strawberry blonde. Okay. Mine is very obviously just brown. Brown hair, brown eyes. Maybe you give it a second try to Pokemon Go when Gen 4 comes out, but still, it completely depends on the release. I totally get that. I totally get that. Like, you know, I said with Gen 3, I was expecting it to be like a full just, boom, Gen 3's in the game release. So that was a whole different deal at that point. Some Gen 4 Pokemon are in the games code if they want to release it this summer. Maybe. Maybe. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what happens. Mine looks black a little. No, it's just dark brown and with like the lighting and stuff. It's very much brown here. Like, it's actually pretty, like, not like light brown, like almost dirty blonde type brown, but like brown, you know? Like, I totally get it. There's like really dark brown hair. It's essentially black hair at that point, but like it's very obviously brown, at least in person. I know the like lighting in here is pretty dark, so that doesn't help it. You know, with like the bright light behind me, it probably is like turning down the. It's probably turning down the brightness a little bit on it. Data miner, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've tried data mining in some games before. It was rough. I found some stuff, but it was always hard to like try to figure out the next thing to connect to, you know? How many shiny Larvatars will I catch on Community Day? Probably 0, seeing as I don't have the game. Unless I hunt for one in Usum on that day. People say your eyes change color, your eyes are blue. Mine can look a little green in certain lights, but they're brown. They're definitely brown. Cars on data seeker, it's called data miner. Yeah, data mining's like the actual thing. Yeah, data mining's like actually the act of that kind of stuff. I tried doing it for some games, but I don't know, it can be kind of difficult to find, especially in a lot of more online-based games where like the app itself doesn't care. Like, it's just a box for showing stuff. And then it basically goes completely online where you have to, like, track down what's online and stuff. I imagine Pokemon Go at least stores models on your app, so you can at least, like, find those by, like, taking the APK apart. Data Seeker sounds cooler. I agree with you there, Lana. I agree with you there. Pokemon Duel is a one-timer for you. I considered trying to play that, but I never, like, actually tried. I guess. I don't know if that was a weird way to word that. Alright guys, I think we're gonna get a 10-275 on Charmander here. That'll be where we call it for the night. Hopefully we can get the shiny by then. When you're younger, you were blonde, but now that you're an adult, your hair's brown. Yeah, I think that's pretty common. That's pretty common to happen. Got bored of Duel after a while. I get that. I feel like, in general, a lot of Pokemon mobile games may not hold interest as well. Yo, Io Santos, welcome to the stream. How have you been doing? How are you doing today, man? What's my favorite shiny? My favorite shiny is Milotic. 24/7 live stream. A 24/7 live stream would be insane. You'd have to have multiple people doing that. And like a lot of people. I mean, if you want to try that, then more power to you. Like Magikarp Jump, you played the crap out of. I played it for a little bit. Then got bored of it. Yeah, I did not get very intensely into Magikarp Jump. I don't know, I think I played about as far as I could before it either made me wait or I had to like do something else. Like I played until I lost. And as soon as I lost, I was like, that was whatever. And then it started notifying me like, hey, you should come back and play. And I was like, nah. Like when apps ask me to like, oh, when they like give me a notification like, oh, you should come play again, and it isn't like relevant to anything being added. Like I'm okay with apps being like either, hey, whatever, like, the energy in this game is full. That's fine. I'd probably have that turned on specifically to check that. Or, like, hey, this new thing got released. Come back and play. That's whatever. But when the game's really like, oh, we miss you, come back, I just delete it. I don't care if, like, you can turn that off. It's like, nope. On, like, principle, I just don't want a game that, like, bugs me like that. Got a Shiny Kyogre on Pokemon Go. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. Hopefully I can get myself a Shiny Kyogre and use some here shortly. But alright guys, last Charmander of the night. Hopefully it's shiny for us. Otherwise we'll have our Bulbasaur to wrap it up for the night. Been up since yesterday, didn't sleep due to homework. Oh, that's rough, Alana. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, hush. That's what Magikarp Jump did, and that was when I was like, never mind, I'm good without this. I don't absolutely need this in my life, so I'm good without it. Muting notifications for it. Yeah, muting notifications fixes it, especially if it's a game you're actually interested in, but it tends to be like, I haven't played it for a little while, and it's like, hey, and I'm like, oh yeah, you just reminded me that you're on my phone. I'm gonna get rid of that, you know? Got a question. How do you continue shiny hunting after 10,000 star resets? When you shiny hunt, you do like 2,500 encounters and stop. I'm streaming it. That's really the big thing here. Is like because I'm streaming the game, it makes it a little bit easier to just kind of play. And like I'll put it down after a while because like when you stream, you know, I only stream for like 2 hours a day, so I'm only playing 2 hours a day, so I don't burn out. As well as streaming makes it more fun. It's fun being able to talk to you guys and stuff. And also, I want to get Charmander. At this point, I just need Charmander. I totally get stopping after, like, 2,500. It makes total sense. But I just want to get Charmander now. I'll put Shiny Charmander on hold, right? If we hit, like... I don't even know what I would say if we hit. But if it comes down to it, I can put it on hold. I don't necessarily want to, though. I want to get it and have gotten it and be able to move on and do Emerald stuff. But if we need to put it on hold, we can. Like, if it goes until, like, July, then it's like, okay, we've been hunting 3 months. Maybe I should take a break on it, hunt something else. But alright, guys. Alright, last encounters of the night. Gamer Boy, welcome to the stream. Trainer Green, welcome as well. Glad you guys can be here for the last encounters. Let's get set up on Suicune, and then we can encounter this Bulbasaur and Suicune for the final encounters. Final encounters. Who said shiny female Bulbasaur? We got the female Bulbasaur. So let's do the encounter on Suicune and do the encounter on Bulbasaur here. And Bulbasaur is not shiny. We only got 2 out of 3 of that part right, and Suicune isn't shiny either. So thank you to everyone that tuned in the stream, everyone that liked, anyone that subscribed, everyone that came from StreamEgg's raid. I greatly appreciate that, as well as StreamEgg for the raid. And as always, thank you to everyone in chat. I'll be back on again hunting tomorrow, and until then, guys, take care. bye.